Hello and welcome to Life's Palette, the channel where we explore the vibrant world of fashion, art, and lifestyle, while always keeping a keen eye on sustainability. We believe that true style goes beyond just looking good. It's about making choices that reflect our values, that tell a story about who we are and what we stand for. It's about painting a picture of a world we'd like to live in, a world where beauty and responsibility coexist in harmony. Our mission is to guide you on a journey through the captivating paradox of fashion. We'll delve deep into the impact of our fashion choices, not just on our own lives, but on the environment and society at large. We'll look at the hard truths, but also the exciting possibilities of change. So whether you're a fashion enthusiast, an eco-warrior, or simply someone looking to make more informed choices, there's a place for you here. Together, we'll navigate the world of sustainable fashion, showing you that it's possible to be stylish and sustainable. So buckle up, get comfortable, and let's explore the wonderful, colorful world of fashion, the sustainable way. Welcome to Life's Palette. Have you ever stopped to think about the impact of your fashion choices on the environment? It's a question that, quite frankly, is not asked enough. On one hand, it's an extraordinary platform for self-expression, a canvas on which we paint our identities and showcase our unique styles. It's a language without words, a vibrant dialogue of hues, patterns, and silhouettes. But on the other hand, this seemingly harmless form of expression comes with a steep environmental price tag. The fashion industry is a significant contributor to global pollution, producing 20% of worldwide wastewater and 10% of global carbon emissions. That's more than all international flights and maritime shipping combined. And let's not forget about the massive amounts of waste. Each second, the equivalent of one garbage truck of textiles is landfilled or burned. When we talk about resource depletion, the fashion industry is a frontrunner, consuming more energy than both the aviation and shipping industries. The paradox deepens when we consider the cyclical nature of fashion trends. In one season, a style is in, and the next, it's out, leading to overconsumption and discarding perfectly good clothes. This throwaway culture is a significant element of the fast fashion model, which prioritizes speed and low costs, often at the expense of the environment and human rights. But don't despair. This isn't a tale of inevitable doom. This is a story about possibility, about the power of choice, and the potential for change. The reality is that we don't have to choose between expressing ourselves and caring for our planet. The two aren't mutually exclusive. There is a way to navigate this fashion paradox, to step out in style without leaving a hefty carbon footprint in our wake. So how can we continue to express ourselves through fashion while minimizing our environmental impact? The answer lies in sustainable fashion. But what exactly is sustainable fashion, you might ask? Well, let's delve into that. Sustainable fashion, also referred to as eco-fashion, is a holistic approach to fashion that considers the entire life cycle of a garment, from design, production, and use to disposal. It's all about reducing the industry's impact on our planet and its inhabitants. At the heart of sustainable fashion are three pillars: economic, social, and environmental sustainability. These three pillars intertwine to form a sturdy base for the sustainable fashion movement. Let's start with economic sustainability. This means that the processes involved in creating the clothing are economically viable. They're not just about profit, but also about ensuring fair pay and working conditions for everyone involved. It's about creating a system that can continue to function and thrive without causing financial strain on the workers or the environment. Next is social sustainability. This pillar focuses on improving working conditions and labor rights. In the world of fast fashion, it's easy to overlook the people who make our clothes. But in the realm of sustainable fashion, we acknowledge and respect their rights and well-being. We advocate for safe working conditions, fair wages, and the eradication of child and forced labor. The third pillar is environmental sustainability. This is perhaps what most people think of when they hear sustainable fashion. It involves using eco-friendly materials and production methods that minimize waste and pollution. It's about reducing water usage, eliminating harmful chemicals, and promoting recycling and circularity. Each of these pillars is essential. A fashion brand can't be truly sustainable unless it addresses all three. And that's what makes sustainable fashion so powerful. It's not just about looking good, it's about doing good too. So, sustainable fashion isn't just a trend or a marketing gimmick. It's a movement. It's a commitment to creating a better world through the clothes we wear. It's about valuing people and our planet as much as we value style and individuality. In essence, sustainable fashion is about fashion that is designed, produced, consumed, and disposed of in ways that are environmentally and socially responsible. Now that we understand what sustainable fashion is, why is it important? Sustainable fashion, as you may already know, is an approach to fashion that values and respects our planet and its people. But why does it matter? Allow me to elaborate. Firstly, sustainable fashion helps to reduce the environmental impact of the fashion industry. Traditional fashion production methods are notoriously harmful to the environment, contributing to pollution, excessive water usage, and waste. But with sustainable fashion, we're looking at a different picture. From organic cotton to recycled fabrics, sustainable fashion uses materials that are kinder to our planet. Brands are also actively reducing their carbon footprint, conserving water, and minimizing waste. Secondly, sustainable fashion promotes ethical labor practices. We've all heard the harrowing tales of sweatshops and child labor in the fashion industry. Sustainable fashion, however, is committed to ensuring that every person involved in the production process is treated fairly, with decent wages, safe working conditions, and respect for their rights. It's about valuing people as much as we value the clothes they make. Thirdly, sustainable fashion supports local communities. Many sustainable brands source their materials locally and use traditional crafting techniques, providing jobs and supporting local economies. By choosing sustainable fashion, we're not just buying a product, we're investing in a community. Let's put this in perspective with some statistics. The fashion industry produces 10% of all humanity's carbon emissions and is the second largest consumer of the world's water supply. If we all switched to sustainable fashion, we could reduce the industry's water consumption by 25% and its carbon emissions by 30%. That's a significant difference. So you see, sustainable fashion is much more than a catchphrase or a trend. It's a conscious choice, a commitment to our planet and its people. It's about making a statement that we care about our world and the people in it. Indeed, sustainable fashion is not just a trend, it's a movement towards a more responsible and conscious way of living. How does sustainable fashion work in practice, though? Well, it's a fascinating blend of eco-friendly materials, ethical labor practices, and minimal waste production, all orchestrated to create a more conscientious and considerate form of fashion. Let's start with the materials. Sustainable fashion brands opt for textiles that are renewable, biodegradable, and less water-intensive. From organic cotton to bamboo, hemp to recycled polyester, these materials form the very fabric of sustainable fashion. They are harvested and processed in a way that respects the environment, often eschewing harmful pesticides and excessive water use. Next, we have ethical labor practices. This is about ensuring that the people who make our clothes are treated with dignity and respect. It's about fair wages, safe working conditions, and no child or forced labor. It's about knowing that the clothes we wear are not a product of exploitation, but of fair and equitable work. Then there's the issue of waste. The fashion industry is notorious for its waste production, but sustainable fashion turns this on its head. Brands strive to minimize waste at every stage of production, from design to manufacturing. They might use techniques like zero-waste pattern cutting, where every piece of the fabric is utilized. Or they might choose to upcycle, turning old or discarded materials into something new and beautiful. But it's not just about the brands. We, as consumers, play a crucial role in making sustainable fashion work. We can support these practices by making conscious choices. This could mean buying less but choosing well, opting for quality over quantity. It could mean supporting brands that prioritize sustainability, even if their clothes might be a little more expensive. It could mean embracing second-hand and vintage fashion, or even swapping clothes with friends. By choosing sustainable fashion, We can all play a part in making the fashion industry more environmentally friendly and socially responsible. So what can you do to support sustainable fashion? The answer might be simpler than you think. We've explored the paradox of fashion, delved into the concept of sustainability, and highlighted its undeniable importance. Now it's time to turn this knowledge into action. One of the most influential ways to support sustainability is by buying less. This doesn't mean you have to sacrifice style or comfort. Instead, it's about prioritizing quality over quantity. Invest in timeless pieces that last, rather than disposable fashion that contributes to the waste problem. Next, consider the materials of your clothes. Opt for eco-friendly fabrics, such as organic cotton, hemp, or recycled polyester. These materials have a lower environmental impact and are often kinder to your skin. It's also important to support ethical brands. These are companies that prioritize not only the environment, but also the welfare of their workers. They ensure fair wages, safe working conditions, and use sustainable sourcing and manufacturing processes. By choosing to shop with these brands, you're voting with your wallet and showing the industry what matters to you. Another practical step towards a more sustainable wardrobe is to recycle or donate your old clothes instead of throwing them away. Clothes that end up in landfills take hundreds of years to decompose, releasing harmful greenhouse gases in the process. By recycling or donating, you're giving those clothes a second life and reducing your environmental footprint. Finally, remember that every little action counts. You don't have to overhaul your wardrobe overnight. Start with small steps, like buying one piece from a sustainable brand, or choosing an organic cotton t-shirt over a synthetic one. Over time, these small actions will add up and make a big difference. Your fashion choices matter. Make the switch to sustainable fashion today and be a part of the solution, not the problem. Our planet and future generations will thank you for it. Thank you for joining us on this journey through sustainable fashion. We hope you found this video informative and inspiring. If you're excited about what you've learned and want to continue exploring the vibrant world of fashion, the sustainable way, we'd love for you to be a part of our community. To stay updated on more such content, subscribe to Life's Palette. By subscribing, you'll get access to a wealth of information on sustainable fashion, from the latest trends to in-depth examinations of different materials and brands. You'll also be joining a community of like-minded individuals who are passionate about making a difference in the world. So, don't wait. Hit that subscribe button and join us as we continue to paint a more sustainable future with the palette of life. Subscribe to Life's Palette today.